Hey guys, it's PT.1.Dee'svillage. Welcome to another vlog. How are you guys doing? What's happening in your world? Hope you're all great wherever you are. Please do all the YouTubey things if you should wish to. This vlog is just about the challenges in the Gambia. And these challenges are specific to me, so I'm going to put that disclaimer out there now. They're in no specific order. These are just things that have happened as I've come across them. So one of the challenges here in the accommodation that I'm staying at is initially when the lights went off, they went off. No big deal. I was in the hairdressers the other day, the lights went off. It wasn't the hairdressers actually, I was getting my nails done, and the lights went off and everybody just put on their phone torches and carried on. I was like, okay. So the lights off for me. It's not major, not at all. It's something that you can get accustomed, something you can get used to. It's not the end of the world. But for example, the other day I was in the shower, the lights went off. I was like, okay, what now? So, it is what it is. But thankfully where I am, I have a generator. So there are solutions. If the lights do go off, you can use a generator. Or, you can be off-grid and have solar. But we recognise that not everybody can afford a generator and everybody can have solar. So longevity, there needs to be something done in order to make sure that people have access to adequate lighting, and that is not just going to be switched off at any given point. I don't know the rhyme nor the reason nor the logic for why it's switched off. That's not anything that I did research into. People have told me all sorts of things, but I won't put them out there because I don't know if they're facts or not. What I do know is that it's inconvenient. That's what I do know. So lights off is one of the challenges. Excuse me. Often here, in the initial instance, when the lights went off, the water went. So no lights, no water. Yay, what next? But anyhow, they have now decided to attach the water or the excess water to a borehole. And a borehole is, where they dig down into the ground and they use a pump to extract the water, naturally fresh water from under the ground. So now when the lights go off, you have water as well, and they're both linked in with each other. So that's super. So, if you're attached to the national grid, which is NAWEC, and the water goes off, then you have the option of having your borehole. I even saw a well the other day. In fact, I've seen two wells. One was, they were man-made and dug, but this one was, gosh, it was so far down, it was ridiculous. And I saw another one where it was a little boy pumping the water. And he just did it with such style. He was only about 8 years old. It was a treasure just to watch him doing that. I wasn't going to take up the challenge though. He was saying, yeah, come and help me, but no. It looked very strenuous. So that's, water and lights. So there are solutions to both of those things. You can be off-grid and have your borehole or your solar. So those things aren't insurmountable. So when I say challenges in the Gambia, it is a challenge, but there are ways around it. So I guess another one of the challenges are the infrastructure of the roads. You've heard it all before, so I'm not going to go on and on about it. For me, it's more about when it's dark. In the day, it doesn't really matter so much. You just have to be mindful when you're driving, if you're a driver. But you soon get used to it, I am sure. And I do see that they are widening some roads and doing other bits and pieces, so that will come with time. So it won't always be like that. Excuse me. For those of you that are from the UK specifically, you might remember when the roads weren't that great in the UK either. When you were a small child and there were cobbled roads and you used to get your shoe stuck in the cobbles of the pavement. So there are challenges everywhere. And it's whether you can get over and above and around those challenges, whether you can work with them or not, I guess is the essence of what I'm saying. So my other thing is a biggie for me is not, when I say rubbish, I don't mean just rubbish per se. I mean rubbish just thrown anywhere. There's a refuse tip, and there is also the municipal council that do come and collect rubbish, obviously at a charge. And there's also the good old man with a donkey who will come and collect refuse as well. And I do understand that not everybody can afford to be able to do that. You know, they might not have the transport to be able to take the rubbish to the tip. They might not have the time. They might not have access to money to pay the council to collect their refuse. Or maybe, or if they use the donkey, maybe it doesn't pass their way. Maybe that week they didn't have money. But I do notice that there is a lot of what we call in the UK fly tipping. People just put their things there and that's the end of that. And it does make the place look unattractive. So it's not a criticism. You can all get in there with your keyboard cowboy, stop criticising the Gambia. It's not a criticism, it's a fact. It's a fact. You have to sometimes talk as you see it. So what are the solutions? What are the solutions to the refuse that's been thrown, wherever it's been thrown? Well, the solutions clearly are that we need some competition here. We need some competition in terms of more recycling with productivity, not recycling for recycling's sake and just collecting it all, because sometimes that happens in the UK. They collect all this recycling, the big truck comes, you waste all your time separating bottles, glasses and all these other things that need recycling, and then they put it all in the same truck afterwards. So that's what I can say about the UK. That is often done. But in the UK there is competition. You might have your various local councils that collect your recycling, you would take your recycling to them. But there are now private companies. So, you know, maybe somebody who's entrepreneurial, lots of entrepreneurial people together could consider thinking about refuse, recycling and reusing, supporting the planet, supporting the environment, and of course supporting Gambia, which is the country that I'm currently in and the country that I'm conversating about. So those are things that are food for thought. So refuse. And my last thing really is, one of the challenges that I've found quite recently is getting money out of the bank. Not getting money out of the bank per se, but just getting money out of the bank at the end of the month has been quite a challenge. So I suggest for those people who want more than $100, $200, $300, don't go to the bank at the end of the month, because it's more than a challenge. I needed some money. I ended up having to go to 3 different banks to get my own money out of the bank. I wasn't happy, because at the end of the day, when I put the money in there, nobody told me, oh, you can't get this amount out, you can't get that amount out. You will have challenges if you come at the end of the month. So I had somebody mention that to me when I deposited the money, then maybe it wouldn't be an issue. So those are the challenges in the Gambia currently as I see them. None of them are major, none of them are insurmountable, none of them are ones that I find unbearable. So, you know, I'm just mentioning them as I've seen them, and one of my subscribers said, you know, talk about the challenges in the Gambia. So those are the ones that I can see currently. Others may come to light at some point. You know, we shall see. But anyway, you can see I'm still struggling. My breathing's not as it should be. So I'm still waiting for my inhalers. Honest to goodness, that's a challenge. But you've heard that one before. So anyway, guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for taking the time out, your precious time out of your daily routine to check in and see what's happening here in the Gambia on my channel. For those of you that don't know, it's Dee'svillage. And as I always say, peace out, KAIRO. It takes a village. And I'm hot. I can feel the sweat coming now, so I'm gone. Peace. Till the next one.